Hi, my name is Michelle Thevenot. I'm a nature-inspired artist from Saskatchewan, Canada. Let's talk about beginner carving tips and things I would recommend for people just getting started in wood carving and chainsaw carving. One of the first things I would say is start small and simple. It's easy to get overwhelmed when you're starting something new, and if you take on something a little too complex to start with, you might get a little frustrated or feel discouraged. So I really encourage you to start small and simple, just so you have a sense of satisfaction and a sense of accomplishment in a very short amount of time. That'll drive you to continue trying new things. A wooden spoon or ornaments, or even a small chair out of a log, a welcome sign, those are very straightforward. Another thing that's really important for any beginners is to focus on safety. It's easy to lose control or have accidents if you're not as familiar with the tools. So no matter what stage you are in carving, safety equipment, personal protective equipment should be a priority. The damage these tools can do is significant, so you have to treat them like if they're going to seriously hurt you. And I'm not going to mince those words, because they are dangerous. So safety, safety, safety. Wear your equipment, no matter what stage you are in of your carving career. Accidents will happen, it's bound to. Even if you think you have all the control in the world, accidents can happen. So if you're wearing that gear, that just sets you up for a lot safer experience. When I first began chainsaw carving, I only had one chainsaw and I had a small rotary tool. That's all I had for about the first 6 months of trying to chainsaw carve and make wood carvings out of logs. But I quickly realized that there was something missing, that I wanted more detail in between the size of a chainsaw and going straight to a rotary tool, which took forever to detail with, because it wasn't large enough of tool for the job. I quickly realized that I would increase my efficiency as a carver by investing some money into buying good quality power tools for wood carving specifically, which I did, and they do a better job and they are more efficient. So you get that done a little bit quicker, and it's maybe safer, or you have a different effect that adds to your artistic composition at the end. I hope that every carver who tries this becomes profitable and has a huge success. But if you're like me, it might take a year or two to figure out how to price things. It might take you a couple of years of heavy investment into your equipment, and it might take a while to start seeing a profit if that's what your goal is. Some people do it just for personal enjoyment because they love what they're doing, and that's awesome. But the reality is, things cost money, and chainsaw carving is not a cheap art form, and all the tools, the fuel, the transport costs, everything involved with it is professional and professionally priced. Or maybe carving doesn't have to be about money for you. Maybe your goal is just to do this because you enjoy it, and that's fulfillment enough, and that's awesome. What do I do with all the sawdust? Yes, chainsaw carving, power carving, woodworking in general is a messy business. So the bigger cuts that I have left over, they either get burned in the fire pit or repurposed into smaller carvings. All the sawdust, we generally collect it and sweep it up or shovel it up, put it in a wheelbarrow, and use it for all sorts of things. It could go in my chicken coop as a litter for them. It goes under the trees as a tree mulch. It goes in the compost in the garden. And we even bring it up north and use it in the outhouse for odor control. Yes, sawdust, people are always looking for that. So I mean, you could bag it up and give it away. Someone will come and take it from you. If you're carving on the grass outside in your yard, just be aware that if you leave a thick layer of sawdust, it's probably going to kill the grass. So you can try to rake it up as best you can and clean that up. But a little bit left behind is probably okay. It's not going to choke out the grass as long as it has sun and air. As a carver, I like to think that no matter how bad you might think your work is, not everyone can do what you're doing. Only you can do what you're doing, and only you can make that in the style that you're doing it. no matter what it looks like in the end, there's going to be someone out there that thinks what you're doing is awesome, and that you're brave and you're courageous for taking those risks, being creative, trying new things,